So this team's going to be built on, we're going to kick you in the teeth. All right. And when you punch us back, we're going to smile at you. And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off. All right. And we're going to stand up. And then it's going to take 2 more shots to knock us down. All right. And on the way up, we're going to take your other kneecap and we're going to get up. And then it's going to take 3 shots to get us down. And when we do, we're going to take another hunk out of you. Before long, we're going to be the last one standing. All right. That's going to be the mentality.
Oh, I miss you so. NFL, when you left, there was a hole deep in my soul. Now it is home until the Super Bowl.
Hey YouTube, Sandyfrank here. Time for another episode of Let's Have Some Football for Week 10 of the NFL. Last week, pretty awesome. I did not love that the Chiefs lost to Buffalo, but I kind of figured that would happen. Buffalo kind of builds their whole season around the regular season matchup with the Chiefs, and then they kind of just, that's their peak of their season right there. So, we'll see what happens. We'll probably meet them in the playoffs again. And we'll see what happens in the playoffs. Exciting week. There's some crazy games this week. My fantasy team won. We are now 4-5. So, a bad season. But we're still in there. Still kicking with the chance to make the playoffs. I think we have a better matchup this week, a weaker team, kind of, at least on paper. So maybe we can put together 2 wins in a row. In the Survivor League / Knockout League, picked the Rams, and they won easily. And honestly, for the first 9 weeks, it hasn't been super tough to pick one winner. Now it gets really tough. I was looking at the for my knockout pick this week. It's going to be really tough to pick a game this week. So this is the make or break week if a lot of people are still alive in their knockout leagues. I have a pick that I think could pull me through, and I'm sure there's going to be some people get eliminated in these knockout leagues, but in the rules in my Let's Have Some Football Knockout Survivor League is you can only pick a team one time. You can't pick them again. So we'll talk more about that here in a minute. Let's talk about this week's games. Tonight's game, well, when you watch this video, it will have been last night's game, but the Raiders at the Broncos. This is going to be a pretty good knockout pick if you haven't used the Broncos yet. But I don't know, the Raiders are kind of scary. They have Brock Bowers back. They looked pretty good last week. So they're very dangerous, more dangerous than they have been. But this is at Denver. So Mile High Stadium, a very strong home field advantage there for the Broncos. A short week. It always makes me nervous on short weeks too of who's better prepared. Sean Payton should have his team prepared, I would think. So I'm gonna go Broncos in that game. Falcons at the Colts. Oh, and by the way, I can't use the Thursday night game for my knockout pick because this video doesn't get posted till Friday. So I wouldn't even be able. I've used the Broncos already, so I wouldn't be able to use them anyway. Falcons at the Colts. The Colts kind of let one slip away last week. I think they get back on the winning ways this week against Atlanta at home. Giants at the Bears. I think this is actually going to be a pretty entertaining game for you know, kind of a mismatch, I think. This is at Chicago. Jackson Dart versus Caleb Williams. The Bears played really well last week. Their offense is starting to look really good. I like the Bears in this game. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. The Bills at the Dolphins. The Bills, of course, coming off of the high of beating the Chiefs, now have to stay up for a trip to Miami to take on the Dolphins. This is a classic trap game right here for the Bills. But I think the Bills still win. I think the Dolphins are just so bad that they will, even though it's going to be closer, I think, than people think. I think the Bills do win that. Ravens at the Vikings. It wouldn't shock me, though, if the Bills blow that game. Ravens at the Vikings. The Ravens, they had a big win last week. They looked like the Ravens. I mean, everybody's back. Lamar Jackson, everybody. They're at Minnesota. I actually like Minnesota in this game. Just because, I don't know. I don't know why, but I just like Minnesota in this game. I don't think the Ravens are a good road team, and they're obviously not as good as they've been in years past, and maybe a little bit of rust still with Lamar. So I'm gonna go Vikings in that one. Browns at the Jets. Boy, this is a stinker. Sorry, Browns fans and Jets fans. But, man, if your local game is going to be this game, I feel sorry for you. Broncos at the Jets. I actually think the Jets will win this. It's a crazy thought thinking the Jets are a favorite to win. And I think they actually are a favorite, by the odds. Patriots at the Bucks. This is a pretty interesting matchup. Drake May versus Baker Mayfield. The Patriots have been playing really well, but I think Tampa Bay, since no one believes in Baker, I think Tampa Bay is going to win this one. And I think it'll be an entertaining game, though. Okay, Saints at the Panthers. Do the Saints have a lot to play for? They're starting to trade people. They are starting different quarterbacks. I don't know what's going on with their quarterback situation. The Panthers Panthers have a winning record, and they've been pretty dangerous this year. They've got some weapons. They've got Rico Dowdle. Bryce Young has a rookie receiver they can throw to. They're at home. I got to go Panthers in this one. Jaguars at the Texans. Man, I don't like either one of these teams very much at all. I do not trust them at all. I think C.J. Stroud might be dealing with some injuries, but yeah, I think I'm going to go Jacksonville in this game. I think the Texans are a little beat up, might be a little down on their season. I'm gonna go Jacksonville in that one. Cardinals at the Seahawks. The Cardinals beat the Cowboys. I was not impressed. I'm never impressed when a team beats the Dallas Cowboys. A lot of people get overly excited about that. The Seahawks will win this. Sam Darnold's much more solid QB than Jacoby Brissett or Kyler Murray, whoever they throw out there. Rams at the 49ers. This is a pretty good game. Good West Coast game, NFC West. I think 49ers will win this, but I think it's going to be down to the last minute. This to me is like a toss-up. Lions at the Commanders. The Lions kind of really shocked me that they lost last week. The Commanders have not looked good. I think the Lions go into Washington and win that game. And that brings us to Steelers at the Chargers. The Steelers I knew that once the Steelers got a lead, they were not going to lose last week. Aaron Rodgers is not going to blow games if he gets the lead. So this is a different animal, though. I think the Chargers have found something with their passing game. Even though they've been inconsistent, I think the Chargers win this. They're in the middle of a big NFC West struggle right now. That division's crazy right now. I go Chargers. Eagles at the Packers. There's going to be starting to have people lose faith in the Packers. The Packers have blown 2 really winnable games this year. And, this is is Jordan Love for real? Or is he a contender? Or is he a pretender? I don't know. I think he's not on that upper level of QB. And I'm going to go Eagles in this game. And the Eagles are mad at the Packers because the Packers have always been one of the teams on the forefront of we got to ban the tush push. So the Packers will see lots of tush pushes this game. And I think the Eagles will win. All right, so that's my picks of the regular picks. Now, my knockout / Survivor League pick. Now, as a review, our rules for let's have some football rules, is you can only use a team one time. And I'll review the teams I've used. I've used Denver, the Broncos, Baltimore Ravens, Seattle Seahawks, Buffalo Bills, Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers, my Kansas City Chiefs, Indianapolis Colts, and the LA Rams. I have picked pretty solid teams all throughout. Now I cannot use those teams the rest of the way. Now it gets really interesting if I can keep this going. My official knockout / Survivor League pick for week 10, I'm going Carolina Panthers. And I'll tell you why. I think it's more indictment against the Saints than a vote of confidence in the Panthers, but this is the first real challenging week where, I didn't have a lot of other good picks to pick from. Because I've used Detroit. I think Detroit's probably going to win, but I've already used them. I'm not going to burn Philadelphia on this week when they're on the road at Green Bay. That's too dangerous of a game. There's not a lot of really good teams that I have left to pick from. But Carolina being at home against the Saints, that's as good as I'm going to get for a pick, I think. So, and of course I can't pick the Thursday night game, and I've already used Denver anyway. So that one is out the window. So my official pick for trying to get through 10 weeks of this thing is the Carolina Panthers. We'll see. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, and let's have some football.